right, here we are with Chapter 7 in Unit 8, and we're going to go over stock transaction fees. The objectives for today: I will compute the fees involved in buying and selling stocks, and I will become familiar with the basic vocabulary of stock trading. Our key terms are here. Make sure that you review them in your textbook before going on with this video. So example 1, it says Lee made 2 trades through his online discount broker, WeTrade. WeTrade charges a fee of $12 per trade. Lee's first purchase was for $34.56 and his second purchase was for $2,000. How much did he spend on the day's purchases, including broker fees? Well, he spent $34.56 plus the $2,000. He had 2 different transactions, and it's $12 per trade, so it's plus 12 plus 12. When I add all of those together, I get $5,480 was his total cost for the day. All right, please press pause. Go ahead and work through this. When you're ready, come back and we'll finish it out together. Okay, Garrett made 2 trades in one day with a discount broker that charges $7 per trade. His first purchase was for $17.90, his second one for $84.56. How much did he spend, including broker's fees? So we had the $84.56 plus the $17.90 plus 7 as there were 2 transactions. And the total that he spent that day, $10,260. All right, example 2, Adriana purchased $7,000 worth of stock from a broker at Tessner Brokerage. Current value of her portfolio is $11,567. What broker fee must she pay? So looking at this, it looks like she used an actual broker, so she's going to pay, her value of her portfolio is less than $250,000, so she's going to pay 0.5% commission plus the online fee. Well, the online fee was $15, so we know she's going to pay that, and she's going to pay 0.5%, which as a decimal would be 0.005 times 7,000, which would give me a value of $35 plus the $15 online fee. So in fees, Adriana is going to pay $50. Please press pause. Go ahead and solve this. When you're ready, come back and we'll work it together. Okay, Jared has a portfolio worth $500,000. He made 10 telephone trades during the past year, and he was buying and selling $50,000 worth of stock. What was the total broker fee for the year? Express the fee algebraically. So let's go back first and take a look. Here, we know that his portfolio is greater than $250,000, and he did automated telephone trades. He did 10 of them, so the fee is $9.50 plus the 10 plus the online fee. So let's go ahead and go back here and let's see what we get. So the $9.50 is for the telephone trade, and then notice also he only pays $12 online for that fee, so we're going to add the $12 to the $9.50. So $9.50 plus the $12, it's $21.50 per trade. He had 10 trades, so we're going to take the $21.50, multiply it by 10, and it looks like he paid fees of $215. So if he made B automated trades, it would be 2150 times B. And that would be expressing it algebraically for part 2 of this question. Okay, example 3. Aaron purchased $23,510 worth of stock, paid her broker a 1% fee. When she sold it, she increased to $27,300, used a discount broker who charged her $21 per trade. So when looking at this first, she had $23,510 with her stock. If we look at 100% is the $23,510, she got charged 1%, which is 0.01 as a decimal. When we multiply that out, we find that her total fee was $23,745.10. Now when she's getting ready to sell it, she got $27,300 for it, but she had to pay, so that's taken out of what she earned, $21 for a total of $27,279. Now when I take the $27,279 and subtract out the $23,745.10, we find her net proceeds to be $3,533.90. Okay, please press pause. Go ahead and solve this. When you're ready, come back. Okay, Yolanda purchased stock for $7,000, paid 1.5% broker fee. She sold it for $63.25 and paid 0.5%. What were her net proceeds? So in this case, we're going to take the $7,000 and multiply it by 1.015, which is the 1.5% fee plus the $7,000, and we found that she paid $7,105. Now when she sold it for $63.25 and she paid a 0.5% fee. So it's minus that $63.25 times 0.005, which is that 0.5% fee. Now we don't put a 1 in front of that because we're subtracting, we're not adding to. And so the fee there plus the $63.25 totals an amount of $62.93.38. So if we take the $71.05 that she purchased it at, and then the $62.93.38, we find that she actually had a capital net loss of $811.62. All right, example 4. Johan purchased stock 6 years ago for X dollars. He paid a 2% broker fee. He sold that stock yesterday for Y dollars and paid a broker $35 for the sale. Express his net proceeds algebraically. Well, we know that he paid 6 years ago, he paid X dollars and a $2 broker fee. So that can be written by as 1.02, 1 being the 100% of the cost, 0.02 is the fee, and all of that times whatever he paid for it, which was the purchase price. Then years later, he sold the stock for Y dollars, and he had to take out a $35 fee. So if we then combine those, it ends up being Y minus 35 minus whatever he paid for it, which is the 1.02x, and that is expressing his net proceeds algebraically. All right, please press pause. Go ahead and solve this, and when you're ready, come back. All right, I do apologize. I realized that I had the same thing up twice. I have corrected it. So go ahead and press pause one more time. Go ahead and solve this particular question and come back to me and we'll finish it out. Okay, it says Rob purchased stock for P dollars and paid a flat broker fee of $40. He needed money for a home improvement, so he sold it at a loss for H dollars plus a 1% broker fee. Express his net proceeds algebraically. Well, I know in the beginning he paid P dollars plus he paid a $40 fee. When he sold it for H dollars, and then he also, so we had to subtract out a fee of H dollars, of the 1.01. So we're going to subtract out actually just the 0.01 H for the fee. So now let's go ahead and break it down. Well, H minus 0.01 H is 0.99 H minus the whole P plus 40. Now it's really easy to make an error here. Remember that it's the P plus 40 is a unit in itself. So it needs to be in the parentheses so that we can apply the negative sign to both the P and the 40. So my final answer ends up being 0.99 H minus P minus 40. And there's my equation algebraically. And that's it for Chapter 7. Good job, everyone.